in the class of structure analysis. This is 8th lecture of unit 3rd. Today we are going to discuss conjugate beam method. In conjugate beam method, conjugate beam method, let us make first of all a beam. Okay, say we have this type of any say this type of beam. Okay, say overhanging at both sides, can be any type. Okay, determinate, we have taken determinate beam. Say this has a certain type of loading. Okay, say this is certain type of any type of loading that can carry. Okay, depending upon this load. Okay, depending upon the load value and different values of lengths. Okay, say L. Okay, say A, this B reaction. Okay, so this reaction can be calculated. Can be calculated, and after calculating the reaction, after calculating these reactions, okay, we can plot the bending moment. We can plot the bending moment. Okay, we can plot the bending moment. Say as a bending moment, this is the diagram for bending moment. Okay, so this is the diagram. Okay, if we have taken overhanging beam, then its diagram for this will be will be this type of thing. Okay. This one. Okay, so bending moment will have like this shape. Okay, so this is the BMD. Okay, this is the BMD. Okay, and depending upon this, due to this bending moment, this beam is going to deflect in this manner. Okay, is going to deflect in this manner. Okay, so this is what this is the deflected shape. This is the deflected shape. This is the deflected shape. Deflected shape, displaced shape. So this displacement, displacement at any point, okay, in the real beam, displacement at any point in the real beam, okay, displacement, okay, or slope, okay, slope that we can determine, that can be determined with the kinematic parameters. Okay, kinematic parameters. Okay, so let us define what are the static parameters and what are the kinetic parameters. So static parameter is loading. Okay, whatsoever is the loading, say Wx is the loading. Okay, next bending moment we have plotted is a bending moment. Shear force, we can also have the shear force. Okay, we can have shear force. Okay, value of shear force. Okay, like this. Okay, shear force SFD. So this shear force bending moment, it is due to given loading. And that's why they are the static parameter. Okay. Now, if this bending moment, okay, at any section, say this bending moment is x at any section. Okay, if this bending moment is the ordinate of the bending moment. Okay, if the ordinate of the bending moment at every section is divided by its modulus of elasticity EI is divided by EI, then what this curve means BMD by EI. Okay, BMD by EI. So it will represent, now it will represent the what? Curvature. It will represent the curvature. Okay. Now this curvature this curvature, okay, this curvature, say it is qx, okay, and this curvature, it is the dynamic property, okay, it is the kinematic parameter, okay, it is kinematic parameter, okay, and slope and displacement at any point, it is the kinematic parameter. Now, if we replace the bending moment, okay, with the curvature, means bending moment divided by EI, then loading, okay, if loading is replaced by this one, okay, then theta x means slope, theta x is what? It is slope. Then slope is directly interlinked with shear force, okay. And similarly, bending moment and displacement, they are conjugate with each other, okay. Slope and slope and displacement, okay. Why displacement? Slope and displacement are conjugate with shear force and bending moment respectively, if the bending moment in the beam, if the bending moment of the beam is replaced by curvature, okay, is the curvature, okay, is the curvature. This is the real beam, this is the real beam, okay, that is real beam, okay, that is the real beam, and that beam, okay, that beam has to be replaced by conjugate beam, by changing the end condition, okay. Let us see how shear force and shear force are conjugate with each other. So, let us we know that curvature is 1 by r and it is mx by ei, it is qx, okay, and it d2y by dx, d2x, okay, d2y by dx2, okay, is equals to mx by ei, we know, okay, we know very well, okay. So, if we integrate this, then what we will get? We will get dy by dx, and dy by dx is what? It is slope, okay, it is slope, okay, and it is and now if put the value of mx by ei, then it is integral of mx by ei. Mx has been replaced by which one? This one qx, okay. If qx is treated as loading, then loading this product will be what? It will be the shear force, Similarly, if we will integrate this one, okay, if we will integrate this, okay, then we will get the displacement, and then we need to again integrate this. So, integrate by integration of shear force into dx, okay. Now, we know that shear force is the rate of change of bending moment. So, dm by dx, so it will be cancelled out. So, it will be only bending moment. Therefore, we can say that slope is conjugated with bending moment, slope is directly related with shear force and displacement with bending moment. So, these are the theorem 1 and theorem 2. Okay. The slope at a point in the real beam is numerically equals to the shear at the corresponding point in the conjugate beam, and theorem 2. Okay. This is theorem actually 2. Okay. The displacement at a point in the real beam is numerically equals to the moment at the corresponding point in the conjugate beam. Okay. So, what we will do? What are the steps to find the conjugate beam? The step number 1 is to find the bending moment. Okay. Then divide the ordinate of the bending moment with EI. Okay. So, to get the loading over the conjugate beam. Okay. Beam, and the next step is to change the support condition. Okay. Support condition. Okay. Support condition. Okay. So, outer hinge will be same. Okay, it will be outer hinge. Okay, outer hinge. What is the meaning of outer hinge? Outer hinge meaning is meaning of outer hinge is this one, means this type of thing. Okay, if this is thing. Okay, outer hinge. So, it will be same. Okay, it will be same. Okay, no change. Okay, no change. No change. Outer hinge or roller support. Okay, it is also same. It is also same. No, it is also same in real beam and in conjugate beam. Okay, in conjugate beam. Okay, in conjugate beam it is also same. No change. No change. Inside hinge. Okay, inside hinge. Okay, means this type of thing. Okay, either left and right side we have the structure. So, this one in conjugate beam it will be replaced by internal hinge, it will be replaced by internal hinge. Okay. We will replace the inside hinge through internal hinge, internal hinge, through internal hinge. Okay. And internal hinge will be replaced by vertical force. Okay, will be replaced by vertical force. Fixed support will be replaced by free end, will be replaced by free hinge. Okay, and free hinge will be replaced with fixed. Okay, will be replaced with fixed. Okay, length is not going to change. Okay, no change, means same length. Loading is replaced by by E I. Okay. So, this is the conjugate beam. Okay, this is the conjugate beam. Okay. If you ask, then why we are changing the conditions, support condition, why we are changing the support support conditions. Okay. So, see here. Okay, if we I have a cantilever beam. Okay, and say is a point load P, its length is L. Okay. So, it is a bending moment, its a bending moment is this. Okay, P L. Okay, P L. Okay, P L. Then then if we will put the load, okay, on conjugate beam, then what we will have? We will have this one type of loading, this one type of loading, and it is P L upon okay, P L upon E I. Okay, P L upon E I. Okay, and okay, and if we will if we will not change the hinge. Okay, okay, if we will not change the this one support end conditions. Okay, then then okay, then okay, let me erase this. Okay. So, this will be the loading, and this free end will be changed by fixed, and this fixed end will be replaced by free end. So, this is real beam, this is real beam, and this is conjugate beam. This is conjugate beam. Okay, this is conjugate beam. Okay. So, why this supports are changed? Okay. Okay, we will talk in next class. We will talk in next class. Okay, and so let us do one question. Let us do one question. We need to here central deflection and slope in simply supported beam. Okay, let us find the central deflection and slope in simply supported beam. Okay. So, let us make a simply supported beam, okay, with loading is carrying UDL. Okay, loading is this. Okay, length L. So, say this is point A, this is point B. So, what will be the bending moment? Bending moment, we know that the bending moment is WL square by 8 at the midpoint, WL square by 8. So, this is real beam. Okay, this is real beam. Okay, and its conjugate beam, what will be the conjugate beam? It is a conjugate beam. Its conjugate beam will be its conjugate beam will be this one. Okay, end condition, they are the outer. So, we are not going to change here anything else. So, its loading will be this, means this one peak, it will be WL square by 8 E I. Okay. Now, say it's a reaction. Okay, say this is R A, this is R B. Okay, reactions here. So, first of all, what will be the central displacement delta will be what? Okay, delta will be bending moment at this, at x is equal to, if this is L by 2. Okay, then it will be at L by 2, Okay, and what will be its value? Its value will be R B into L by 2 minus load. Okay, load of this area. Okay, load of this area. Okay, so what will be the area of that? Okay, we know that if this is this area is 2 by 3 times of, if this is A, this is B. So, 2 by 3 AB. So, this is the area, and its CG, okay, its CG, say this distance is 5 by is a 5 by 3A, right? Is it correct? Okay, it's a distance from this 5 by 3. Okay, so we can calculate the loading. Okay, and we will multiply corresponding length. Okay, so we will have the value of central displacement, and slope will be what? Slope at A or slope at B, since this is symmetrical. That is why equal value of slope will be there. So, this will be what? Shear. Okay, so shear at A in conjugate beam, it will be what? It will be R A or R B. Okay, so next thing is what? We need to find first of all reaction. Okay, we need to find the reaction in conjugate beam. So, support reactions. So, let us calculate support reactions in conjugate beam. Let us calculate support reactions conjugate beam. So, that can be calculated very easily. R A equals to R B is equal to load of M by E I. Okay, load of M by E I on conjugate beam. Okay, due to symmetry, and it will be what? It will be 2 by 3. Okay, it will be this one area 2 by 3 into A. A is L by 2. Okay, into this one L by 2. This one ordinate WL square by 8 EI. Okay, times of 2. So, it is how much? To cancel 24, WL cube by 24 EI. Okay, 24 EI. Okay, so R A, yeah, R B we have calculated. So, the value of slope at the end, it will be WL square by EI. Okay. Let us calculate its bending moment. Okay. So, support F are this. So, bending moment at midpoint at x is equal to L by 2. So, it will be how much? Yeah, it is written here, it is RB we have calculated WL cube upon 24 EI, okay, into L by 2 minus what will be the load? Load will be half of this, okay, since this one half part. So, WL cube upon 48 EI, okay, this is the load, and the distance, okay, CG, this one distance will be which how much? If this is 5 by 3, this is 5 by 3, I think this is wrong. This is this one length is 3a by 8, okay, 3a by 8. So, this will be 5 not a, okay, it will be 5 by 8, okay. So, correct it, okay, okay. This distance, okay, this distance CG of this, okay, of this shape from this vertical line, it will be 3a by 8, okay, and it will be 5a by 8, not 5a by 3, okay, correct it please. So, load we have calculated N2, multiply it by 3 by 8, and A is how much here? L by 2, okay. So, calculate WL to power 4 by EI, okay, and take the constant 24, it will be taken outside, 24 into 2, okay, it will be taken outside. So, here it will be 1 only, 1 minus, okay, 24 into 2, okay, it is only 3 by 8, okay. So, 8 and this one. So, we will get 5 divided by 384 WL to power 4 by EI, okay. Bending moment we have calculated, and I told you that it will represent the displacement at center, okay, means central displacement will be this one value, okay. So, this is the step, okay. Step 1 is find the bending moment, find the BMD, and then apply the, then change the loading by M upon EI on the conjugate beam after replacing its support condition. In that question, support condition, since at A and B it was outer hinge, okay, yeah, this one outer roller support type of thing. So, it is no change here, okay, but if internal hinge are fixed or free end will be there, then there will be change in the support condition, okay. Let us okay. Okay. Let us do this question. Okay, let us do this question. Okay, this is because this is very simple question. This is same as we did in previous question. What will be changed here? Okay, that I will tell you. Then we will go for next question. Okay, then I will go for next question. So, we know that the BMD of this, what will be the BMD? BMD will be this one, and this ordinate will be how much? It will be W into 4 into 4. Okay. WAB by L means WL by 4. Okay. So, 60 into L is 8 by 4. Okay. Okay. So, it is 120. Okay. It is 120. Okay. So, 60 into AB 4 into 4 divided by 8. Okay. 4 to 2. Okay. Right. It is 120. Okay. So, this is the BMD, this is the shape of the BMD, and N condition is not going to change, and conditions are not going to change. Okay. In conjugate beam, okay, because they are outer. Now, this BMD, ordinate of the BMD, okay, since it is its modulus of elasticity is 2I, 2 times. Okay, moment of inertia E is same, moment of inertia. Okay, section is change. Okay, so ordinate. Okay, every ordinate is going to divide by 120 upon 2 EI. 120 upon 2 EI means it is 60 upon EI. Okay, this one ordinate. Okay, and for this one part, what will be the loading ordinate? This ordinate will be how much? This ordinate will be 120 divided by EI. Okay, so this will be the loading. Okay, so this is 60 by EI. Okay, and this one is 60 by EI also. Okay, now we need to calculate the value of RA, value of RB. Here value of RA and RB will be different. Okay, because the loading is different, triangular loading is there and they are not symmetrical with each other. Okay, so we will do as we did in previous question. So, let us make the conjugate beam of this one. Okay, this is the given beam, then let us plot it is a BMD, let us plot it is a BMD. Okay, so it is a BMD will be BMD since it is M. So, we will get this okay, M will be constant here. Okay, let us take a sign convention actually. So, this one we are going to take positive. Okay, so at this, okay, this is anti-clockwise. So, we are taking it as positive, means this is M. Okay, here it is M, at this point it is 0. So, the bending moment we will get this. Okay, this is the bending moment. Okay, this is the bending moment. Okay, we do not need to calculate any reaction. Okay, we do not need to calculate any reactions. So, it is a conjugate beam. In conjugate beam, this free end will be replaced by fixed, right. This outer support is not going to change any, not going to change. Okay, this inner, okay, this inner hinge, it will be replaced by internal hinge. Okay, it will be replaced by internal hinge, and the loading, okay, loading, it will be how much? It will be M upon EI. Okay, EI. Okay, if it is same throughout, if it is same. So, and here it is triangular here. Okay, so this is the loading. This is the loading on the conjugate beam. Okay, so UDL type of loading here, and here is a triangular loading. Okay, so here reaction, this is point A. So, say it is RA, it is RB, and the moment here, say it is at M A. Okay, so slope at A will be what? It will be shear force, and shear force will be what? RA. Okay. Okay, rotation, okay, slope, rotation means this one. Okay, determine the deflection. Okay, deflection, and y at free end Y A, this will be what? Moment. moment at A. So, find this value m a. Okay. So, we need to find the value of R A R B. Okay. Okay, R A and R B. M A will be calculated by condition of static equilibrium. Here since we have internal hinge, so the bending moment. So, the bending moment at this point, okay, say this point is B. Okay. So, M B is equal to 0 here, M B equal to 0 here. So, R B, consider this one part only. Okay, consider this one part only. So, the value of R B will be the loading of this only. Okay. So, it is 1 by 2 into length is L, right, into half L into this one m upon E I. So, this is R B, means m L square by 2 E I, m L square by 2 E I. Okay. m L square by 2 E I R B. So, slope it is slope at A. Okay. This is R B. So, value of R A will be, okay, value of R A will be total load. Okay, total load minus R B, and you can calculate it as 2 by 3 times of m L upon m L square by 6 E I, that you will know. It is 1 upon 6. Okay, 1 upon 6 E I. Okay, m L square by 6 E I. Similarly, y can be calculated as 2 by 3 m L by E I. Okay. So, do by yourself. Okay. Apply this one condition, okay, to get the values. Okay. So, these are the references book. Okay. Thank you very much for listening.